Hello students, welcome to another video of number theory. Today we are going to discuss the corollary of Euclid's lemma. Statement of corollary is if P is prime and P divides A1, A2, A3 up to An, then P divides Ai for at least one I in between 1 to n. So statement says that if P is prime and P divides the multiplication of n numbers, that is A1 into A2 into A3 up to An, then P divides Ai for at least one I. This means that if P is prime and P divides the multiplication of these n numbers, then P divides the number in between these n numbers, that is P divides suppose A3 or P divides suppose AK, that is k is in between 1 to n. Suppose P divides An or P divides A1. This statement says that if P is prime and P divides the multiplication of these n numbers, then P divides the number in between them, that is at least one number in between them. So to prove this result, we are going to use the mathematical induction. Proof. We have given that P is prime and P divides A1, A2 up to An, then we have to prove that P divides Ai for at least one I in between 1 to n. So since P is prime, we have given that since P is prime, we are going to prove this result by using mathematical induction. Therefore, proof by mathematical induction. Proof by mathematical induction on n. Mathematical induction on n, that is on this n. So first step first, if n is equals to 1, that is here the multiplication of only one number, that is P divides A1. If n is equals to 1, then we have P divides A1. So here is the multiplication of only one number, so P divides A1. Now P divides A1, the result is proof. Because we have to prove that if P divides the multiplication of these n numbers, then that P must divide at least one number in between them. So here P divides A1 itself. So P divides A1, this one number in between the multiplication of here we have divided A1 by P, that is P divides A1. Here is only one number. So obviously P divides that A1. So our result is true. Therefore, the result is true for n is equals to 1. Now suppose n is equals to 2. If n is equals to 2, then we have what we have? P divides A1 into A2. Since for n is equals to 2, we can write it as P divides A1 into A2. Then we have P divides A1 A2. Now we have to prove that this P either divides A1 or A2. We have to prove that this P divides Ai for at least one I. So this means that our P must divide A1 or A2, at least one A1 or A2. So we can use here Euclid's lemma. Therefore, since P is prime, and P divides A into B, so we can use Euclid's lemma. Therefore, by Euclid's lemma, we have either P divides A1 or P divides A2. Therefore, by Euclid's lemma, either P divides A1 or P divides A2. That is, our P divides at least one I in between these two. That is, P divides at least one element, either A1 or A2. This result is true. That is, P divides Ai for at least one I in between this 1 and 2. For at least one I, and I varies from here 1 to 2. I varies from 1 is less than or equals to I is less than or equals to 2. So our result is true for n is equals to 2. Therefore result is true for n is equals to 2. Now in step, this is our step first, and now for step second. In step second of mathematical induction, we suppose the result for n is equal to suppose k. Step second, assume that the result is true for n is equals to k. Assume that the result is true for n is equals to suppose k. That is, result is true means if p is prime and p divides a1 a2 up to ak, then p divides ai for at least one I in between 1 to k. So our result is true. We have supposed that the result is true for n is equals to k. That is if this p divides a1 a2 up to ak, then this p divides ai for at least one I in between 1 and k, for at least one I, and I varies from 1 to k. Here we have supposed the result is true for n is equals to k. That is, if p divides a1 a2 up to ak, then p divides one of these numbers, that is p divides ai for at least one I in between 1 and k. Now in step second, we are going to prove this result is true for n is equals to suppose k plus 1. Now step third. Now in step third, now we are going to prove that this result is true for n is equals to k plus 1. To prove the result is true for n is equals to k plus 1. That is, we have to prove that what we have to prove? We have to prove that if p divides a1 a2 up to here ak plus 1, then that p must divide any integer in between a1 to ak plus 1. That is, we have to prove that if p divides a1 a2 up to this ak into ak plus 1, we are taking the induction on n. So for first step, we have considered the value of n is 1. In that first step, again for n is equals to 2, that is a1 a2, and now we are going to prove this result is true for n is equals to k plus 1. So up to k plus 1 number, that is a1 a2, and the integer before k plus 1 is k. So p divides a1 a2 up to ak plus 1, then we are going to show that p divides at least one of these numbers, that is one of these numbers. That is, we have to prove that if this p divides a1 a2 up to ak plus 1, then p divides ai for at least one I, and I is in between 1 and k plus 1, that is 1 is less than or equals to I is less than or equals to k plus 1. Now since this p divides, since p divides a1 into a2 up to ak into ak plus 1, here we have to prove that if p divides this multiplication, then p divides one of these integers. So if this p divides, if p divides a1 a2 up to ak plus 1, then we can use Euclid's lemma. So our Euclid's lemma is if p divides ab, then either P divides A or P divides B. So we are going to use Euclid's lemma and taking A as this number, that is A1 into A2 up to AK, this number as a single number, that is A. This multiplication as single number, because the multiplication of 1, 2, 3 up to K integers is again an integer. So we are going to use Euclid's lemma on this one integer and this another, that is P divides A into B. Therefore by using Euclid's lemma, either P divides A1 A2 up to AK or P divides AK plus 1, that is either P divides this multiplication or P divides this another number. This is by using Euclid's lemma. Now if P divides this number, then we get the value of I, which is equals to K plus 1. So P divides AK plus 1. If P divides AK plus 1, this implies that then P divides 1 AI, and I for I is equals to K plus 1. If P divides K plus 1, then we are done, because we find the number, we find this integer K plus 1 such that P divides this number. That was we are going to be proof, that is P divides A1 A2 up to AK plus 1. Then we have to prove that P divides one of these number, and we from this we get P divides AK plus 1, and K plus 1 is this one of these numbers. So we are done. If in the second case we are going to see that if P doesn't divide AK plus 1, then P must divide this number, and if P divides this number, from second step we have that P divides one of these numbers. So we get P divides one of these numbers. So we are done. In second case, if P doesn't divide AK plus 1, then P divides A1 into A2 up to AK, because by Euclid's lemma we can say that if P doesn't divide this number, then P must divide this number. In the proof of Euclid's lemma we have proved that. So if P divides, now P divides A1 A2 up to AK, and from step second we have that if P divides this multiplication, then P must divide any integer in between them, that is P divides AI for 1I. Here if P divides A1 A2 up to AK, then by second step, therefore by step second, there exists at least one I, I is in between 1 to K, that is I is in between 1 to K, such that P divides AI, thus result is true for, therefore the result is true for K plus 1, n is equals to K plus 1, the result is true for n is equals to K plus 1. Therefore by principle of mathematical induction, we can say that this result is true for all the values of n. Therefore by principle of mathematical induction, result is true for all the values of n, for all n. Hence if P divides A1 A2 up to AN, then P divides AI for at least one I is in between 1 and n. For at least one I varies from 1 to n. Hence the proof. In the third step, we have proved that P divides, if P divides a1 a2 up to ak plus 1, then P divides at least one integer in between them. So to prove this result, first of all we have used the Euclid's lemma, that if P divides this multiplication, then either P divides this one number, that is multiplication of a1 a2 up to ak, and or P divides this number, that is P divides this or P divides this. So if P divides second one, that is if P divides k plus 1, then the result is true, that is we found the number k plus ak plus 1 such that P divides that number. If P doesn't divide that number, that is if P doesn't divides ak plus 1, then our P must divide the multiplication of a1 a2 up to kk. So and if this P divides a1 a2 up to ak, then second step that we have supposed that if P divides a1 a2 ak, then P divides ai for at least one I in between 1 and k. So by using that step we get our result. So hence the proof of corollary. Second corollary is if P is prime, and q1 q2 up to qn are all primes, and q1 q2 up to qn are all primes, and this P divides the multiplication of primes, that is q1 q2 up to qn, then P is equals to qk for some k, where k is in between 1 to n,